torque. Without enough of it, the job doesn't get done. But add too much torque at the wrong time, and the results can be catastrophic. No one knows more about torque than Falk. We know how to create it, and we know how to control it. Today, in thousands of mines, mills, and factories worldwide, wherever reliable control of torque or speed is essential, Falk fixed-fill and variable-fill fluid couplings are at work, providing cost-effective controlled torque solutions. Solutions that assure functional efficiency, simplify operating control, and extend equipment life. Consider this single-input coal mine loadout conveyor. Here, a Falk fluid coupling, positioned between a 250 horsepower, 180 kilowatt standard motor and the Falk gear drive, protects the 1,200-foot, 365-meter belt from excessive starting torque. By extending loaded belt start times to 12 seconds, the Falk fluid coupling never allows the conveyor to see more than 120% of the motor-rated torque at any time during startup, extending belt life and minimizing take-up problems. But Falk controlled torque fluid couplings do more than just assure soft starts. At this multiple input drive installation, Falk fluid couplings eliminate the need for expensive factory-matched motors. Motor load balancing is achieved simply by adjusting coupling fill levels. At this booster conveyor, Falk fixed-fill fluid couplings allow the four 350 horsepower, 250 kilowatt motors to start one after another at 3-second intervals, minimizing voltage drop and bringing the 8,000-foot, 2,440-meter belt up to speed without excessive tension. The need to control torque is not limited to conveyor applications. At this paper mill, Falk fluid couplings allow standard motors to start debarking drums under full load. By allowing the motor to reach breakdown torque at startup, the coupling not only eliminates the need for an expensive specially wound motor, but provides protection against jam-up damage as well. And at the repulpers, Falk fluid couplings protect motors and drives from excessive shocks. When heavy pulp bales are added to the charge, the coupling, acting as a rotary shock absorber, dampens torque peaks and, if necessary, goes into full stall to prevent catastrophic damage. And on this high-inertia, moderate starting torque process blower, a Falk fluid coupling reduces the heavy current draw imposed by a long, slow start, as well as permitting a standard motor to run at rated RPM while the fan is coming up to speed. In application after application, Falk fixed-fill fluid couplings build operational reliability and reduce operating costs. Fundamentally, all Falk fluid couplings operate much like a pair of fans set face-to-face. When one fan is turned on, the airstream it generates causes the second fan to rotate, thus transferring energy from the powered side to the opposite shaft. In Falk controlled torque fluid couplings, this basic hydrokinetic, no mechanical connection principle has been refined to extract every operating advantage. Inside a Falk fluid coupling, the vanes of the driving side impeller casing are matched to the vanes of the free-to-turn driven side runner. As power comes up, centrifugal force and impeller action pump the driving fluid, standard industrial oil, against the runner, transmitting power to the driven side of the coupling. Regulated by a system of internal baffles, the circulating fluid rapidly and smoothly builds torque and speed, allowing the coupling to achieve power transmission efficiencies as high as 99%. And unlike dry shot or centrifugal clutch couplings, there are no contact surfaces subject to abrasion and wear, and the readily available industrial oil, which serves as the driving fluid, also lubricates bearings and seals. Starting or stalling torque is regulated by the amount of driving fluid in the coupling. And with the fill angle gauge supplied with every Falk fluid coupling, setting oil fill levels for precise torque or stall point settings is quick and simple. Falk offers a controlled torque fixed-fill fluid coupling to meet virtually every operational condition. For lower horsepower applications, Type N and R fluid couplings can provide full load acceleration times of 8 to 10 seconds, while protecting against stalls and shock loads. Type D fluid couplings add a delay fill chamber, which can extend full load soft start times to 20 seconds, and are ideally suited for multiple drive conveyor applications up to 1,000 horsepower or 750 kilowatts. When even softer starts are required, Type DD fluid couplings incorporate an oversized delay fill chamber that allows for starting torques as low as 80% of full load torque and acceleration times as long as 25 seconds. Falk 1000 series HFDD fluid couplings provide even more control at startup, during acceleration, and under stall conditions. Interchangeable metering orifices allow fluid transfer rates to be adjusted to increase or decrease starting times as necessary to match drive system requirements. Centrifugal check valves ensure complete fluid transfer, maximizing stall torque potential. And with the 1000 series improved internal power circuit, starting torques as low as 40% of full load torque are possible. Nothing is tougher on equipment than long-wall coal mining, and Falk AFC armored face conveyor fluid couplings are built to stand up to this demanding application. Engineered to deliver maximum power under loads of up to 350% stall torque, Falk AFC fluid couplings incorporate all 1000 series features, plus dual output seals, Viton O-ring seals, and air turbulators for maximum heat dissipation. Designed for performance and application versatility, Falk fixed-fill fluid couplings are available with standard features and options that set them apart from the competition. High-temperature Viton shaft seals, bolted, not welded construction, fusible plugs that melt at 140 and 200 degrees Celsius for overload protection, optional trip switches that shut down motors or sound alarms, or easily resettable proximity switches that detect when output RPM drops below critical levels. Available in a variety of configurations, Falk fixed-fill fluid couplings can be specified for almost any mounting condition. For drop-in, drop-out mounting with gear or disc couplings, for hollow shaft mounting in tight spaces, or for V-belt connections. With off-the-shelf availability at Falk distribution centers and authorized distributors, and drop-in retrofit interchangeability, Falk fixed-fill fluid couplings offer efficient and cost-effective solutions to a wide range of torque control requirements.